All right, this Saturday, your charge. Kieth Thurmans is fighting against my man Robert "The Ghost" Guerrero. How do you see the fight playing out? Is it a goal for you guys to be the first one to knock him out?
Well, when we started this camp, Keith said to me, Dan, I want you to train me to knock this guy out. So, he's approaching this fight with a lot of passion, a lot of fire, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. What do you think about Robert Guerrero?
I think he's a terrific fighter, a four-time world champion, our toughest challenge to date, and, we're hoping Keith is Keith. If Keith is Keith, then we have no problems at all.
This is the test, we've all been waiting for Keith. Do you think he does enough Saturday night to make people say that's the guy we need to see against the winner of Mayweather-Pacquiao?
Well, no doubt, especially when he stops him. When he stops him, he really has a legitimate beef to say, hey, I did it, you couldn't, let's get it on. So.
Was it frustrating? Do you think people are criticizing you guys too much from the Bundu fight?
I don't really care about the criticism. My job is to help my fighter in the fight. We knocked him down in the first round. We all saw that Bundu was still strong and was going to make the distance. So we told Keith after the third and fourth round, just box him out. Hell with the crowd.
Yeah.
Box him, win every round. So that's what he did.
People had a lot of things to say about it, but how did you feel, the man in the corner, about the performance?
Oh, I thought it was great. He showed he's got 12 strong rounds. He's very diverse.
Right.
He can box, he can punch, he can move. He's got great defense, great reflexes. So I thought it was good for Keith.
Was that a good thing, a blessing in disguise, maybe, that he went a full 12 with a tough guy like Bundu before a test like this?
It is, because he knows himself now. He can do 12 rounds, no problem. He can do 15, 20 rounds. He could fight all day if he has to.
We got to ask you, Dan, Mayweather-Pacquiao. I'm sure it's not a fight you think about all that much. You're focused on the guys you train. But what do you think about that fight? Who is the favorite?
I think it's a tough fight for Floyd, but Floyd pulls it off. He's just very smart, very crafty. He always makes adjustments, so I think he'll come out on top.
What's Robert Guerrero's best attributes in your opinion?
Tough.
Just tough.
Tough. He brings it. He's always trying to be first. He's always trying to finish. The guy's a good fighter. Good fighter.
Did we get a fight of the year type of fight Saturday night, or a dominant performance, kind of a one-sided fight in which Keith's just showing you everything in his arsenal?
I think it'll be a very tough fight early on, but I think with Keith's skills, he's too quick, he's too strong, he's too determined. I think it'll be Keith all the way, especially in the second half of the fight if it goes that far.
And last question for you, Dan. Keith, his last fight, he fought on the undercard of Amir Khan and Devin Alexander. He said, I know we're here for Robert Guerrero and everything, but what did you think of Khan? And I ask you that because I know Keith wanted a shot at Khan following that fight.
Well, I noticed that Khan never mentioned his name, so and they stood side by side. And Keith said he'll fight him, he'll fight anybody. So I thought Khan did a good job, but he doesn't have the power to keep Keith off. If they fought, Keith would march right through him.
Did people go overboard when they said, "Man, he looks so good. He could be Mayweather. He could be Pacquiao. He could be Keith"?
That's not what we were saying. That's not what although he did look good for Khan.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for your time, Dan. Thank you.
And just one quick prediction: Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson.
That's a pretty tough call. I mean, Lamont Peterson is a great fighter. Danny Garcia is undefeated superstar. So I like Garcia in a slight edge in that fight.
Okay. Oh, one more: Peter Quillen and Andy Lee.
Oh, I like Quillen.
You like Quillen?
I like Quillen. We know him personally. He fought Winky a few years ago. So.
Oh, okay.
So Quillen's a heck of a fighter, strong guy.
All right. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, bro.